Okay, so all over the news yesterday and this morning, Leaving Cert is cancelled. It's not official yet, but Cabinet is meeting this morning to discuss a Plan B. And there's loads of rumours flying around um, about what is going to happen. So I'm just going to talk through the key points so far and talk a bit about predicted grades and how that might work. So the key points so far, as we know it, is that the exams are cancelled. So you won't be sitting your Leaving Cert exam as you would have planned to do. Um, Instead, you're going to be graded on a predicted grade system, which I'll talk about in a couple of minutes. It might be a bit different than what you think might happen. I don't think it will be a teacher saying, "Oh, he deserves a H1 or she deserves a H2 or whatever it is," but it's going to work in a slightly different way. Repeat exams later in the year. This is for people who or students who maybe aren't happy with their results. They have an option to actually sit the exam later on in the year, and this may be even later than, say, September, October, or so I'm hearing at this stage. This is also an opportunity to sit an exam, perhaps if you were studying it outside of school. So those doing the likes of applied maths or a second language outside of school, they will have the opportunity to sit that exam later on in the year. Of course, then it won't be used for your CAO for this year. So how might predicted grades work? So the teachers rank their students in their class, and this is backed up by evidence, so tests. So I'd imagine most teachers will have the test results of their students from the last 2 years, fifth and sixth year, and simply putting this into a spreadsheet and getting averages, and then ranking the students in order. It's a very easy thing to do, and there's no bias from the teachers for that. It's literally what tests and what results that they got. This might include Christmas tests, summer tests, class tests, mock exams. We don't know yet, but we'll be told what to do. Then it'll also the average school performance will come into play there. So what grades your school usually gets. So if your school is the school that usually gets very high grades, then the students will continue to get very high grades. If there's a big range of grades in your school, then your school will still get a big range of grades. So the school performance should stay consistent with how your school is. So how many H1s, H2s, H3s, etc. the school usually gets. So if your school usually gets 5% get a H1 in maths, then 5% will still get a H1 in maths. If 50% get a H2 in physics, then 50% will still get a H2 in physics. And then on top of that, there'll be a national bell curve. So the amount or the proportion of H1s, H2s, H3s, etc. in the whole country will be put on a bell curve, and the proportion will be kept consistent with previous years. So some students who may have been ranked in a H1 could be moved to a H2, or the other way around, students who are ranked as a H2 could be moved up to a H1. And I've no idea how they would choose which students would move up or down. I suppose it would take into account the ranking then again. So this is what we know so far. The Cabinet is meeting this morning, and we're expecting an announcement by lunchtime. So we'll see what happens then. Some students are happy about this, some students are not happy about this. Let us know your thoughts and see give your opinions in the comments, and we'll see what happens then come lunchtime.